gentlemen, my name is Kevin Jackowitz. This is the Kaged Review, and I'm going to review WWE SmackDown. This is for September 25th, 2018. Now to get right into this, you have what looks like Miz TV opening up, but it actually turns out to be R-Truth and Carmella in the ring. And now it's Truth TV, and he's really kind of taking over Miz's gimmick. And his first guest is Daniel Bryan, and they're both trash-talking The Miz. And of course The Miz is going to come out, and he asks R-Truth what he's doing. R-Truth is like, well, I beat you 2 weeks ago, you don't have a title, so I took your show. It was actually kind of a funny bit. R-Truth is really good at comedic acting as far as his promos go. He's got really good comedic timing, and I think he's really, really smart at it. So it was actually a really, really good bit. So they kind of cut to backstage. Miz runs into Paige almost right by Gorilla, and he's complaining to Paige. Paige says, well, go ahead and wrestle him for your TV show. So that gets R-Truth versus The Miz. It's your first match, and it was pretty cool. Decent for what it was. Nothing spectacular. I've said that a lot, but it's the truth. I mean, these matches, they're decent, but, you know, they're not blowing me away at all. They're enough to keep me watching them. For this, that was about all it was, to be very honest. I think R-Truth was the better part of the match. I do like some of his moves. And the whole gist is Miz is trying to prove that you have to cheat to win, and that's basically what happens. He cheats and he gets the upper hand on R-Truth, and he actually hits the skull-crushing finale and then steals Daniel Bryan's flying knee and picks up the win. After that, you get a small cutscene. There's like this photo shoot. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch runs in and starts beating up Charlotte Flair, telling the cameraman to, you know, keep taking pictures. Finally, she's got Charlotte Flair on the ground. Becky Lynch tells the cameraman to take a picture. She puts her foot on Charlotte Flair. Kind of a cool bit there, honestly. I liked it. So good there. And then you have Sheamus with Cesaro versus Big E with the rest of the New Day. And surprisingly little on the outside interference. This was just a match. Again, good, not great. Sheamus, you know, he's over 40, he's getting winded, he's a big guy. You know, so he's fighting through some injuries too. So, I mean, it was a decent match. It was. I'm a big fan of Sheamus. When he first came on the scene, you know, he really looked the part. And honestly, you know, I think he doesn't get enough credit for some of the moves that he does. I really like him. So, he actually gets a clean win on Big E. He hits him with the brogue kick, and boom, there you go. So now you have Cesaro and Sheamus both beating different members of the New Day in 2 weeks. After that, you got backstage, Paige, AJ Styles bit. It's real quick because they're doing the contract signing. She's asking him not to destroy anything. Nothing special there. Then you get backstage Rusev, Lana bit. And Rusev's just saying that, you know, Aiden's going to pay, but he wants to find out why. So, you get that. Then you get the Rusev, Lana, Aiden English promo in the ring. And, Aiden English is basically saying he made Rusev Day and he really didn't appreciate Lana coming around and screwing things up. And Lana had something to say to Aiden English, and Aiden English basically said, well, what about Milwaukee? You know, you're always so honest. Why haven't you told Rusev about Milwaukee? And then he drops the mic and walks away. It was honestly some good promo work, I think, with Aiden English. I do. I thought it was pretty good. And it kind of builds this new storyline. So, you know, no problem with that. After that, you get a backstage, kind of awkward Naomi Asuka bit. Asuka's hitting the heavy bags, or handbags, I should say, and hurting Naomi's hands. Nothing big there. After that, you get a backstage Lana Becky Lynch bit. Rusev and Lana are talking about what Aiden English just said. Becky Lynch comes in, says to Lana, you shouldn't be worrying about that, you should be worrying about me. Essentially. Nothing big there. Then you get Naomi and Asuka versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville with the Iconics on commentary. Thankfully, they cut the Iconics short at the beginning there, and went right into the match. Decent match for what it was, for sure. Naomi and Asuka pick up the win, and then the Iconics just stand up looking pissed. And thankfully, they didn't say too much the whole way through, because they are annoying to me. But overall, this could have taken it or leaving it. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I will say that the women had a pretty good match. I just, you know, no investment, I guess. Then you get Ty Dillinger, which you haven't seen in the ring in a while, so you were thinking, hey, cool. He takes on Shinsuke Nakamura, and Ty Dillinger gets the win by disqualification because Randy Orton comes out and just tears him up. And he looks at Ty Dillinger when he's in the corner and he does a 2 thing. And when he leaves, he does like, he's mocking Ty Dillinger's 10. After that, you get backstage, Rusev, Lana bit again. Lana and Rusev, she's like, you know, do you trust me? Rusev's like, yeah, I'm just a little, you know, frazzled. And then she's like, good, because I got a match. After that, backstage, somebody interviews Randy Orton about the attack on Ty Dillinger. He's asking, is this the next target on your list? And Randy Orton's like, hell no, his 10 gimmick just pisses me off. Typical Randy Orton, I actually really liked that. It was short, sweet, and to the point, and, you know, typical Randy Orton, so it worked. After that, you got Becky Lynch versus Lana. Of course, it was damn near a squash match. Becky Lynch wins, of course. And then the end of the show was Paige bringing out AJ Styles. He's doing a promo about his match with Samoa Joe. Then Paige announces Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe is not there. He's actually in front of AJ Styles' house. And he's talking about how, you know, he's going to just let himself in, ring the doorbell, whatever. And AJ Styles is begging him not to do anything in the middle of the ring. And one thing I will say, I like AJ Styles. He can cut a decent promo, but he's not great at promo work. Like, you know, he was saying, hey man, I'm begging you, but you didn't feel any fear. Like, there was no real emotion there whatsoever. Samoa Joe always kills his promos, though. Like, just fucking kills them. And so Samoa Joe rings the doorbell and they cut to black. And that's where they end the show. So it was kind of a cool way. I honestly wish AJ could have sold it a little bit more. I mean, the guy's amazing in the ring and he's decent at promos. But that segment would have been a lot more if he really would have turned on the fear, you know. Other than that, pretty good for an ending. Samoa Joe's bit there was just, you know, Samoa Joe. He's great. So, at the end of the day, I mean, it was a decent show. It wasn't anything great. The match with R-Truth and The Miz was okay. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair bit was good. I'm glad they gave Sheamus a win. I mean, come on now, it's been a while. I do like the Rusev, Lana, Aiden English bit. Aiden English, he cut a good promo. I haven't really paid a lot of, like, mind to him. He's not that big of a deal to me, honestly. But I did like how they did this. So they went back to it a couple of times. It was alright. Randy Orton doing his Randy Orton thing. No hate there. And then the end was cool. So, honestly, nothing great. I mean, it didn't really grab me, but it was a decent show. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It was, you know, it was good. Nothing spectacular, though. So 5 out of 10. That's my view on SmackDown Live for September 25th, 2018. Thank God I didn't have to see any Bellas. That should give it a 10 out of 10 right there. But that's where I'm at. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Kaged Nation out.